What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, June 9th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or a iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. The Motion Pictures Association of America has slapped a PG-13 rating on the anticipated Suicide Squad film starring Jared Leto, Margot Robbie, and Will Smith. The association reportedly made the announcement Wednesday following a trend for the DC Universal theatrical films, including Batman vs. Superman, which also earned a PG-13 rating. Bowing in theaters August 5th, Suicide Squad, at times disturbing, suggestive storyline and characters, including the murderous Joker, had some early reports predicting an R rating, especially after Marvel's Deadpool broke ground by becoming the first R-rated superhero film. But last year, Squad producer Charles Roven told Collider he didn't expect an R, saying a PG-13 rating would be consistent with other DC films. It would be, quote, right there on the edge of PG-13, but still PG-13, he said at the time. Some of the cast completed unexpected acts to prepare themselves and their fellow castmates for the dark anti-hero flick. Jared Leto, for example, sent gross gifts for his colleagues, including a live rat, used condoms, and at one point a dead pig carcass. Soprano Cara Delevingne, who plays the sorceress Enchantress, prepped for her role with a Walk in the Woods Saints clothing. She said director David Ayer encouraged her to, quote, try and find a forest, and if it was a full moon, get naked and walk in the woods with my feet in the mud, which I did. There wasn't a full moon, but I howled like a wolf. J.K. Simmons is seriously buffing up for Justice League. Fans were shocked to see the 61-year-old Academy Award-winning actor looking extremely muscular in a new photo that personal trainer Aaron Williamson shared on Instagram. The fitness expert wrote, every time we train together, I forget he's 61 years old. So much respect for this guy. Hashtag J.K. Simmons, hashtag Oh Man Cranking. Williamson, who serves as a trainer on G.I. Joe Retaliation and Terminator Genesis, has worked with Simmons on several occasions. He expressed admiration for the actor in April, writing, this is what dedication looks like. Simmons will play Commissioner James Gordon in Justice League, which opens November 17, 2017. Pat Hingle, Gary Oldman, and Ben Mackenzie are among the actors who previously played the character in movies and television. Simmons told Collider in April, I can't say that I don't have some impression of that character in my head that's based on what I saw, but I'm not planning on going back and watching any of the other films. He also revealed, I'm just planning on learning as much as I can about him through the comics and getting my feet wet in the first movie, and then hopefully continuing on from there. Justice League will co-star Ben Affleck as Batman, Henry Cavill as Superman, and Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Simmons is no stranger to the comics universe, having played J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man and its sequels. Mackenzie Davis, who has had roles in The Martian and *Halt and Catch Fire*, has joined the cast of the Blade Runner sequel. Davis joins Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford in the Alcon Entertainment sci-fi project directed by Denis Villeneuve, and an acclaimed filmmaker behind the drug drama Sicario. Other cast members include Dave Bautista, Anne de Armas, Carla Juri, and Robin Wright, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Details of the movie plot are being kept secret. Blade Runner takes place over several decades following the conclusion of the 1982 original. Ford is renewing his role as Rick Deckard. Oscar-nominated cinematographer Roger Deakins reunited with Villeneuve for this project. Hampton Fancher, who co-wrote the original Blade Runner along with Michael Green, wrote the new screenplay based on an idea by Fancher and Ridley Scott, Variety reported. Alcon Entertainment acquired the film, television, and ancillary franchise rights to Blade Runner in 2011 from the late producer Bud Yorkin and Cynthia Skiles Yorkin. They plan to produce prequels and sequels to the sci-fi thriller. Yorkin will produce the film with Broadway Johnson and Andrew Kosoff. Bud Yorkin will also receive producer credit. Ridley Scott serves as an executive producer, and Frank Giestra and Tim Gamble, CEOs of Thunderbird Films, will also serve as executive producers along with Bill Cacaro. Photography for Blade Runner is scheduled to begin in July, with Warner Brothers distributing it in North America and Sony Pictures releasing it internationally. The country music drama Nashville that ABC canceled after 4 seasons may have a new home. Lionsgate Television is reported to be near a deal for a 5th season on Viacom-owned CMT, according to The Hollywood Reporter. CMT is just one of the potential new homes for Nashville. Other mentions include Hulu, Lifetime, Bravo, and E, as Lionsgate has remained firm on finding a home for the show's 5th season. A formal announcement could come as soon as next Wednesday during the CMT Awards. Lionsgate and ABC Studios were confident enough that they would find the show a new home. Then they convinced ABC to air Nashville's cliffhanger ending, TV Online reported. Kevin Beggs, the Lionsgate TV chairman, says, "We wouldn't take such a strong position to advocate for the cliffhanging ending if we didn't feel so good about our chances moving forward." The series' last aired episode left the fate of the show's Juliet Barnes, played by Hayden Panettiere, in the air as the plane that was carrying the starlet lost radio contact. The show shot, but ultimately discarded, an alternative ending in which Juliet is alive and reunited with her estranged husband, Avery. Beggs says, "There's a little short-term pain, but ultimately long-term gain, but because we intend and are quite focused and are substantive and serious conversations with multiple buyers about continuing the show on another platform. If we didn't feel that was going to happen, we might have gone a different way." Netflix and DreamWorks' upcoming Voltron revival will be highly serialized, according to its showrunners. In an interview with IGN, Lauren Montgomery and Joaquim Dos Santos said Netflix and DreamWorks have been supportive of making each episode more exclusively linked to the larger story. On their previous works with Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, they said they didn't get that freedom. DeSantos said Netflix has definitely been the opposite of our experience from past shows, in the sense that they are actually encouraging the serialization, and DreamWorks has gotten behind that as well. He also added, and the standard sort of model on past shows that we've been on is if the shows air out of order, you totally have to be able to follow it as well. So we've gone from that highly serialized vibe. You know, there are still one-offs and standalone episodes, but they fit into a much bigger picture. This has been a huge, exciting element for us as storytellers. As Voltron's Legendary Defenders, a reboot of the 1980s favorite, gears up for its season debut on Netflix Friday, Entertainment Weekly reports new tales about its villains. Primarily Batman in the series will be Emperor Zarkon, voiced by Neil Kaplan. He is the leader of the Galera Empire. The next villain is Zarkon's military leader, Commander Sendak, voiced by Jake Eberly, who is also a loyal follower to the Emperor. He is part robot due to a war injury and uses his powerful arms to tip the scales in fights with the Voltrons. The third villain is the mystical Hagar, voiced by Cree Summer. She is a psychic witch who has assembled a powerful convent set up against Voltron. Voltron Legendary Defenders will also hear the voice actings of The Walking Dead star Stephen Yeun, Tyler Labine, Josh Keaton, and Reese Darby. Netflix will release the entire first season, including an hour-long origin story, on Friday. Doctor Who star Peter Capaldi recently teased Jenna Coleman's return to the BBC series. The 58-year-old Scottish actor hinted that 30-year-old English actress will reprise Clara Oswald in some capacity while appearing with Coleman at the Awesome Con in Washington, D.C. Capaldi said, "I'm not sure how successfully Clara was able to wipe the doctor's mind, and in fact, I was about to tell you something I can't tell you." He revealed, "I just shot something that Clara was still there in. You have to wait and see." The BBC confirmed Coleman's departure in September after months of speculation about her future with the show. She made her last appearance in the season 9 finale, which saw the Doctor lose his memories of Clara. Coleman told Entertainment Weekly in September, "Doctor Who is a special part of my life. It has a lot more to do than just a job. The friendships I have with the crew and Peter, it's very hard to say goodbye to it." She said, "I would always be happy to come back and guest star if there was a good story, but I think we'll have to see what happens." Pearl Mackie will play the Doctor's new companion, Bill, when Doctor Who returns for a 10th season in 2017. Capaldi has starred as the 12th Doctor since season 8 and expected to stay on for season 10. Michael B. Jordan will indeed appear in Marvel's Black Panther solo film. The 29-year-old actor confirmed as much in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter at the View Q at Polo Classic. Jordan was the first link to the project in May. The star said, "I'm super excited, especially to put a different spin on it. I'm looking forward to working with director Ryan Coogler. Once again, it's going to be a good time." Jordan previously collaborated with Coogler in the 2015 movie Creed, a spin-off sequel to the Rocky film series. The actor also confirmed Lupita Nyong'o's casting by saying he, quote, can't wait to work with the 33-year-old actress. Chadwick Boseman will reprise Black Panther in a standalone movie following a well-received debut in Captain America Civil War. The film opens in theaters February 16, 2018. Boseman previously told Collider, I think they're really smart to introduce him in Civil War. That history is important for people to get before you have a standalone movie. There are definitely details that I think will show up more so later. Jordan is also known for Coogler's films Fruitvale Station and for playing Johnny Storm, a.k.a. the Human Torch, in Josh Trank's Fantastic Four reboot. He portrayed Vince Howard on Friday Night Lights and Alex on Parenthood. In an interview on typecasting with fellow actor Aziz Ansari, Scandal star Kerry Washington said she was fired from 2 pilots before landing the Shondaland role. The two talked about their experiences with stereotyping in Hollywood for Variety's Actors on Actors, ultimately agreeing people of color and other minorities need to make their own opportunities in the industry. Washington said, before Scandal, I was actually cast in 2 other pilots. Both went to series, but I was fired and recast. For both, it was because they wanted me to sound more girlfriend, more hood, more urban. Ansari, who created Netflix's Master of None, added that stereotyping definitely wasn't an acute issue in Hollywood. He said, a lot of other minority actors have told me, oh, this so rings a bell when you go to an audition room and you see a bunch of people that look like you and you just start feeling like, oh, I'm not here for me. I'm here because I fit what looks like the person they want here, the former Parks and Recreations actor said. Ansari outlined the experience on the Indians on TV episode on his popular Netflix series. In it, he frequently auditions rooms filled with Indian men and is prompted to sound more Indian. Washington, who stars in Confirmation, added, I definitely feel like I'm at a point where it's nice to not have to sit at home and wait to be invited to the party, but to be creating work for yourself. The animated movie Batman the Killing Joke will be released in selected U.S. theaters for one night only, July 25th. Fathom Events, DC Entertainment, and Warner Bros. Said Wednesday. The animated comic book adaptation will feature Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill in the voice roles of Batman and the Joker. Fathom Events Vice President of Studio Relations Tom Lucas said in a statement, Fathom Events is thrilled to be able to bring Batman the Killing Joke to movie theaters across the country so fans can see it on the big screen. Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, Warner Brothers Animation, and DC Entertainment have created an amazing production based on a beloved graphic novel, and we're honored to be a part of this release. Mary Ellen Thomas, the Warner Brothers Home Entertainment Vice President of Family and Animation Marketing, says fans have been clamoring for a theatrical release of the popular DC Universe original movies, and the highly anticipated The Batman The Killing Joke presented a perfect opportunity to work with Fathom Events to bring the fans' wishes to fruition for this special limited release. Tickets for screening of Batman the Killing Joke can be purchased online beginning June 17th at www.fathomevents.com. The film will have its world premiere at Comic-Con International in San Diego July 22nd and will be released on DVD and Blu-ray August 2nd. CSI Miami alum Adam Rodriguez has joined the cast of Criminal Minds for the procedural 12th season, CBS announced Wednesday. The actor will play a special agent who is a member of the FBI Fugitive Task Force and joins the Behavioral Analysis Unit. The character will be introduced in the season premiere of the show, which co-stars Joe Mantegna, Thomas Gibson, Matthew Gray Gubler, A.J. Cook, and Kristen Van Ness. Gang Geller, the president of CBS Entertainment, says in a statement, we're all big fans of Adams, and we're excited to welcome him back to the CBS family as part of the terrific cast of Criminal Minds. Erica Messer, the executive producer and showrunner of the show, says we're thrilled to introduce a new special agent by adding the very talented Adam Rodriguez to our amazing cast. We have exciting storylines planned for his character and the entire BAU team as we head into our 12th season. Rodriguez was most recently seen in recurring roles on TV's Jane the Virgin and Empire, as well as in the films Magic Mike 2, Magic Mike, I Can Do Bad All By Myself, About Last Night, Caught in the Crossfires, and Let the Games Begin. The stars of the upcoming Ghostbusters reboot are getting their own magazine covers for the July issue of Elle. Kristen Wiig, Leslie Jones, Melissa McCarthy, and Kate McKinnon appeared glammed up on their respective covers, which will hit newsstands June 21st. Comedian and actor Will Ferrell interviewed former SNL alum Kristen Wiig in one of the magazine's featured editorials. In the interview, Wiig recounted one of her first sketches on SNL. She said, I was scared that I was going to freeze or swear or pass out. Shoe designer Brian Atwood spoke with fellow designer and actress Melissa McCarthy for her editorial. She detailed how she creates believable characters, saying she gets psychotically attached to them. She says, I fight for them in probably the most annoying way. Interviewed by Ben Dickinson, Leslie Jones said she knew she would have her big break at some point. She said, I just knew that I was funny, and I knew that it was just a matter of time. I didn't know what was going to actually happen. This is definitely way bigger than I thought, but I knew there was no way I was going to be that funny and nobody was going to notice it. Lastly, Kate McKinnon, who was interviewed by Lizzie Goodman, said she used acting as a way to relate to others. She said, I came to a reckoning that pretending to be other people is in fact such a real huge chunk